Hey there, it's Theo from Geeky Gamer Guy. This video I'm inviting all of you to come play Tiny Towns with me. Yeah, Naturally, we'll be playing the Townhall mode, so I'll do everyone the favor of revealing the resource cards in the deck. The only thing you need to do is have a copy of the game to set everything up like I have in front of me. Ooh. Make sure to deal yourself a random monument too. Before we get started though, let's see what buildings we're working with. Alright, for the game that we're working with today, we're gonna go, of course, in a beautiful spectrum like I have going right here. Our first building we got going right here is the millstone. So the millstone, you get 2 points if it's adjacent to a farm or the bakery. So we definitely need to plan around that sort of stuff if the resources come up, which luckily, since it's only 2 resources, I should be able to put a couple of those in. The next building we have up is the farm, which, you know, we already said that the farm was in the other one, so be mindful of that. But this farm also will feed 4 cottages anywhere on the board. So make sure that you have some cottages, but you need to have some farms to feed them, because if they're not fed, then they're not going to score any points. But we'll get to them in a second. The next building that we can construct is the chapel, and you score 1 point for each of your fed cottages. So be mindful of that, because the cottages, I'll explain those in just a second. Next, we have the bakery, and the bakery scores 3 points if it's adjacent to a farm or the trading post. So we have to be mindful of the spatial awareness between these two as well. Next, we have the tavern, and the tavern's a little bit different. It gets constructed based on the number of taverns that are on the board. Next, we have the cottage. I've said a lot about the cottage, so now we need to know what the cottage does. So the cottage scores 3 points for every building that is fed. So remember when I said that the farm is all about feeding, we need to make sure that these cottages are fed so they can score points. And if they're also fed, we have the chapel that will allow us to get even more points. Lastly, we have the trading post, and the trading post only scores 1 point, but it does this really amazing thing. So when you build it, you get to grab a resource and you put it on top of the building, and that becomes a wild resource whenever it's drawn in the deck. So that might help me be able to be a little bit more strategic and have a little bit more room to be able to build other buildings. So let's hope we can do that. So let me explain how Townhall works. Unlike me calling or you calling a resource out, where it's all going to be determined on what the deck does. So I've already shuffled up the deck and I've pulled out 5, which is what you do is you discard 5 and then you have a full deck. I'm going to reveal a resource. We're all going to place that resource onto our board. Then I'm going to reveal a second resource and we're going to place it onto our board. The third time though, we're all going to get to choose what resource we want to put onto the board. So it has a little bit more strategy on how you want to deal with what buildings you want to put out. So it's not totally random. You will get what you want at some point. Give me what I want. Okay, now we're ready to begin. So we're going to reveal our first resource for round 1. Got ourselves a brick. So the brick we're going to grab right here and we're going to place it. So we have 4 buildings that are in play that are public that have brick. We also have our monument. So let's make sure my monument is right here. Okay, monument. I'm gonna place it in the corner. I don't know why, but I always like placing in the corner. We'll see if it works out. I just chose a corner and let's see what happens. Next resource we have is brick again. Okay, brick. It's gonna be a brick kind of game so far. Let's see. Okay, so I could go with the tavern if I really wanted to. I also have my monument, and my monument is so good. I want to use it. So I'm going to place it. I'm going to place it right here. Let's see if I can get it to happen. Now that we've done 2 resources, we have ourselves our third resource. It can be anything. So we get to choose a free resource of whichever one we want. So what I'm going to go with is glass. The glass is what I'm going with. So I'm going to place it right here. Okay, glass. I feel good with it. Now I'm going to just make sure that I do this. And how I do it to remind myself to keep track of the different cards that come out is I usually change it. I turn the direction of the next card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it here. So we have ourselves a stone. So the stone is going to be right here. And stone. Stone, you're not really what I wanted right now, but you know what? It's so early into the game, I'm completely cool with you coming out. So alright, stone. I'm going to go with the stone coming up in this corner. Just go away from all of this construction site. You can go make your own construction site over here, okay, girl? All right, so we're gonna get ourselves our next resource. So the next resource is we have ourselves some glass. Okay, glass. So glass, I'm gonna grab it out of the little pile right here, and let's go with the glass going. Ooh, I just want to go into another corner. Let's go into another corner right here. Okay, we have revealed 2 cards, so now we have our third free resource. So the third free resource for me is going to be a wheat. So the wheat, I'm going to choose to place it right here. So that allows me to reveal my monument. So the monument I've chosen is the Obelisk of the Crescent. You may place all future buildings on any empty space in your town, instead of having to build it on top of resources that you're replacing. So I'm going to first, but you still have to do that with this monument. So what I'm going to do is, I think the monument can go right here in the corner, and that makes me get rid of all of these. I get to put them all into the pile. So now, whenever I build a building, I can put them anywhere on the board, not just where the resources were that I used. Now we are good with the next round. So now we're gonna turn it again, and we have ourselves our first wheat. The first wheat that actually comes out on the deck at least. So I'm gonna grab myself a wheat, and I'm gonna put the wheat. I am going to put you right here, wheat. That's where you're gonna go. Okay, now we have ourselves our next resource. Wood. We have wood. We have wood, everybody. We have wood. So wood is going to be coming out on the board, and we're gonna put ourselves right here. Where are we gonna put you, wood? Where are we gonna put you? We're gonna put you, ooh, I think wood, we're gonna go right here. And that was our second resource for this round. So the free resource I'm going to choose is a brick. I think I'm gonna go with the brick so that I can build myself a cottage. And where I'm going to put a cottage, ooh, I can choose to go anywhere now because of my obelisk. So I'm going to put it on, ooh, you're gonna come over here, girl. Now I'm going to get rid of all of this stuff right here, and we are ready to go for the next round. Next round, we're gonna put ourselves this, and we got ourselves a glass. So the glass, okay, where shall I put the glass? So the glass is gonna go right here. Back where the other ones were, we're just gonna put another resource right back on top. And now we have our second resource. And we have a stone. The stone. Okay, stone. Stone's fine. This is fine. Let's put the stone right here. Stone's gonna go right there. Now that we placed our second resource of this round, we get to place whatever we want. Okay, that's fine. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to choose a, I'm gonna choose a brick. I'm gonna go with the brick, and it's gonna go right here. Okay, so now we have ourselves our next resource of the next round. And we have ourselves some glass. Okay, glass, I don't need you, glass. Oh, and there's not that many buildings. Well, there are plenty of buildings that use glass, but that wasn't the ones that I was planning on doing. But guess what? That's the game. We have to adapt. So, all right, girl, what are we gonna choose? What are we gonna choose? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the glass right here. You're gonna go right there, girl, and it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Now we have brick. Okay, brick. So, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna place the brick right here. All right, we have ourselves our last free resource, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a wood. And the wood's going to come right here, and that's going to allow me to get a trading post. And how trading posts work, let's see, I'm going to get a free resource. So what I'm going to do, because of my obelisk, I get to place it anywhere, so I can choose where I want it to go. What I think I'm going to do, this could really potentially mess me up, but I'm going to try doing it. Let's put it in the middle. Let's go right here. That's where my trading post is going to be, because it's got to be centrally located. We have to make sure that you can get to this trading post, you know? So now that I have the trading post, I get to grab my resource that I want to make wild. which resource do I want to make wild? We've had ourselves a lot of glass that I can't really use, at least as of right now, and what I want to go for. So maybe I should do glass, but do I want stone either? Oh, there's always so many choices. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with glass. That's what I'm going to do for this game. We're going to put ourselves some glass. That's where it's going, and let's see what we can do with it. Now that we've grabbed our free resource, we have now run out of cards for the deck. So now we're going to grab all the cards, including the 5 discarded ones, and we're going to reshuffle them, discard 5, and do a brand new set so that we can go again. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab these. Let's line them up to be all nice and pretty. We'll grab these over here. We'll reshuffle. Shuffle. We're shuffling right here. Okay, now we're going to deal ourselves out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to put them over here. And now we have ourselves our new deck. So the new deck is going to go right there. Okay, first round. We have ourselves a brick. So we're going to take the brick. Come here, brick. Where did you go? We're going to take the brick and we're going to put it... We're going to put the brick right here. We're going to go with that. We're going to get ourselves a tavern. I want a tavern. That sounds great for me. So the tavern will go, they're going to be a little shady tavern. You know what? They're going to be quaint. They're going to be a little bed and breakfast out on the side. Nobody's going to mess with them. Now we have ourselves our next round. Going to go right here and we have ourselves some wood. So the wood is going to go, ooh, I have to feed this cottage at some point. I don't know when I want to feed them, but I'm going to have to feed them at some point. So maybe I'll put this in this corner right here. I'm going to take a brick. So the brick is going to go right here. That's where you're going, girl. All right, we have ourselves our next round. And we have another brick, which is good. I'm okay with this. I'm completely fine with this. Okay, so we're gonna go with a brick, and we're gonna put the brick right here. Ooh, I think you know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. Okay, we have our brick. Now we have another brick. Okay, I don't need any more brick. We're good with the brick. We've had enough brick. I'm fine with brick. We don't need to have any more brick for a little while. We can ease off on the brick. Just a little bit of easing off on the brick. See, okay, I'm gonna place this brick right here. Brick is gonna go right there and it should be fine. We've done our 2 and now we get to place our free resource wherever we want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a wheat. And the wheat is gonna come right here. And that's going to allow me to build a bakery. So the bakery I'm going with is, the bakery should be adjacent to a trading post. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the bakery right here. And that allows me to clear off all of these resources and put them right there. I'm feeling good with this. I'm feeling okay. Everything is fine. Everything is not too bad. All right, so we have ourselves the next round. We have a wheat. Wheat, huh? I think where I'm gonna place the wheat is right here. Now we have ourselves our next resource, which is wood. Okay, wood. All right, wood. I'm going to grab the wood and we're gonna go right over here. We did 2. Yep, we did ourselves 2. So now we have our third free resource. The third free resource I'm going to choose is a stone. I'm gonna go with the stone and I'm gonna go here. And I'm going to go for a millstone. So the millstone I'm going with right here is going to go, I get to choose where I want it to go because of my obelisk and it's so amazing. I love this obelisk so much. So I'm going to place the millstone right here. And that allows me to clear these off and put them right there. Perfect. We have ourselves a new round. First resource of this round is a wheat. So I'm going to take the wheat and I'm going to place it right here. I'm going right there. I'm good to go. That sounds amazing. I'm here for the wheat. Let's go with it. Okay, next resource we have is glass. We're going to go with the glass going right here. I'm cool with it. I hope you're cool with it, because I know I'm cool with it. All right, so we have our 2 resources. Now we have a third free resource. So the third free resource I'm going to choose is a wood. I'm going with the wood right here. And that's going to allow me to build a farm. Ooh, I'm going to go with the farm right here. I want the obelisk to kind of just start filling in spaces. So that's gonna go here. And there we go. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm doing really well. My town on this little corner is looking really great. The bed and breakfast is getting a little infringement, but it's okay. You know what? It's still fine. It's still quaint. It's out in the outskirts. Nobody worries about that sort of stuff. Ah, that's great. It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so we're gonna go with the next one. And our next resource is stone. Stone's gonna go right here. I like where that is, so we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with stone going right there. And our last resource of this one is glass, which is a wild for me, so I can choose to do anything I want. I'm gonna go with the wheat because I can feed so many people now that I have my farm. I can feed up to 4 of these cottages, so that's what I'm gonna go for. Okay, where do I want to put this cottage? That is the next question. That's the next choice to ponder over. We're gonna put the cottage right here. The cottage can go right there, and I'm going to wipe all the resources right here. All right, we've run out of cards again, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna reshuffle all the deck, deal out 5 all over again, and there we go. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna take you, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna shuffle. Reshuffle it, we're gonna reshuffle it, reshuffling, right here. Whoa, whoa, reshuffle, reshuffle. Okay, go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, perfect. So that there. And we have a brand new deck. It goes right here. All right, let's reveal it. Wheat. I wasn't planning for wheat. Okay, wheat. Let's see what we can do with wheat. I am going to place the wheat right here. I'm okay with this. Let's put the wheat right there. Now we have our next one. We have a brick. Ooh, this is scary. Let's see, we'll place the brick right here. Okay, so now we have done 2, so we get 1 free resource. And the 1 free resource I'm going to choose is glass. I'm gonna go with the glass right here, and that's gonna give me a cottage. And where I'm going to place the cottage is I'm gonna put you in the corner. You're gonna go right over here, girl. Just over to the side, don't worry about it. It's got a nice all by itself kind of feel. You got lots of room to spread out, at least for now. Okay, we've done our 3 resources. Now we're on to the next round. So we have our first resource of this one, and we have a brick. Where am I going to put this brick exactly? Where exactly shall I put it? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place the brick right here. Okay, so now we have our next one, a wood. Oh, wood. Wood makes things a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to choose the wood, and I think where I'm gonna go is I'm gonna go right here. And yeah, I feel okay with this. So we're gonna take the wood, and I'm gonna do a millstone. And how I'm gonna do the millstone is I'm gonna place the millstone right here, which is, it's crazy, but I'm gonna go for it. Let's see what happens. We're gonna place that there, and there we go. So that was that. Now we're on to the next round. So our first resource of this round is a wood. Oh, where am I going to place you, wood? Where am I going to place you? Okay, so the wood's gonna go right here. That was our first one, now we have our second one. Glass, hey glass, you're wild for me, which is amazing. I could try doing it, or I could go with the glass, putting the glass down here. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll do brick. But then if I do brick, ooh, so many choices. Okay, I'm gonna go with glass. I'm just gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna forfeit making it wild, and I'm just gonna do the blue. So we're gonna put the blue glass right here. Oh God, it's so close. Or do I wanna put the glass here? I don't know. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna choose is, okay, I think I'm gonna go with here. This seems like a better bet. Let's put the blue here. Let's put the glass here. Okay, now we place our second resource of this round. We have our third free resource, and I think I know where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna grab myself a wheat. The wheat's gonna go right here, And I'm gonna put it right here so I can get myself another cottage. So the other cottage is right there, but I have a maximum of 4 right now and the farm can only feed up to 4. So I don't need to place any more cottages, but you know what? The cottage is gonna go right here. You need some people to hang out with. Now you have a nice little neighbors. You can go over there, ask for some sugar or anything like that. You're good to go. We are on to the next round. So the next round right here is right here, and we got ourselves a stone. Okay, with the stone is gonna go, oh, I think where I'm gonna put the stone is I'm gonna put the stone right here. I'm gonna go with the stone right there. Let's see what happens. And now we have ourselves our next resource, which is a wheat. Oh no, oh no, 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 no. I don't have any place to put it, so that's gonna be just a wheat just sitting there. It's just gonna be just wheat. It's just all it is just wheat. Okay, wheat. Where are we gonna put you, wheat? I don't even know. I don't even know where to put you. I don't even know. I don't even know. I think that this is the this is the best spot for you right now. Okay, now that we placed our wheat, we have our third free resource of which one we're gonna choose. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Oh, they're gonna just be wasted, but let's just go with it. I'm going to go with the glass. So we're gonna put the glass right here. And I think I'm gonna just turn this into a millstone. I'm just gonna turn this into a millstone. So we're gonna go here and you can go right here. That's the best move I can make right now. Okay, next one. So we have a glass. Okay, the glass can go right here. Or do I want to make it into, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with the glass. Oh, this last one, let's see what it is. What can it be? A glass, oh my gosh, I can make it into what I want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it into a brick. So I'm gonna turn this into a brick right here, and I'm going to take a tavern. So I'm gonna put the tavern, where am I gonna put the tavern? I'm gonna put the tavern right here. All right, wow, look at that, I actually have 2 more spaces. Who would have thought that that would be the case? All right, so we finished out this deck, so I'm gonna have to reshuffle and do everything all over again, but let's see what I can do. Can I do anything else? I don't even know. Let's see what else I can do. Okay, we're gonna shuffle right here. Shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is going, and it's gonna be a real quick round for me because I only have 2 spaces, but let's go here. We have glass. I don't know what I can do with the glass. I have a wild, so the wild is going to be, oh, I don't even know. I'm going to go with the brown wood. Wood's gonna go here, and the next one is going to be glass again. So I'm gonna make it a gray. I'm gonna make it gray even though it's not even gonna really score anything, but we're just gonna go here, turn that into that, and I'm gonna go with the millstone. And now I have 1 free resource, but it doesn't really matter, so I'm going to go with what's a pretty one I like. I'm going to go with some brick. I feel like some brick can go on here, and that is it. That's all my town. My town has been fully filled. So what we do now is we're gonna take all of the resources and we're gonna pull them off here, and they're gonna cause me negative points for every empty space that doesn't have anything on it. Let's start scoring with the building at the top, and that is the trading post. And the trading post is gonna score 1 point. So I have 1 trading post, so that's gonna give me 1 point. Now we have ourselves the cottages, and cottages will score 3 points for every single one that's fed. And I have myself 4 of them that are completely fed, so that gives me 12. Next we have is the chapel. The chapel, I tried working towards it, I just didn't really get to have it in the game. There was a perfect spot for it, it just didn't really work out for me, and that's fine. You know what, it just doesn't happen, and that's okay. No chapels for me in this one, so that's gonna score me no points. Next we have is the tavern. So I have myself 2 taverns, and 2 taverns is gonna score me 5 points. So next up we have is the bakery, and the bakery is gonna score 3 points if it's adjacent to a farm or a trading post. And luckily, my bakery is next to the trading post, so that's gonna score me 3 points. Next up, we have ourselves the millstone, and the millstone is gonna score 2 points if it's adjacent to a farm or a bakery. And this one right here is adjacent to both a farm and a bakery, but it still only scores 2 points because it just needs to be adjacent to one. So that's 2 points right there, and this one right here is gonna score 2 points because it's next to a farm. The other 2 are not next to anything, so they won't score anything. Lastly, the monument. My monument doesn't score anything, but it was super powerful and I'm really happy that I got it. So that'll be 0 points for that one. Now we're going to subtract every open space that has no building on it. And for me, that's 2. So I'm going to subtract 2 points, which gives me a grand total of 23 points. Yeah, I'm really happy with the tiny town. I'm really happy how it worked out with me. That obelisk was super powerful. It allowed me to actually move things out of the way, so there was more room for more things that I could do. It's just at the end, it was too cramped, and there was, you know, the bakery. As much as I wanted to go for more bakeries, I just didn't have the real estate to be able to do that. So, but we got lots and lots of millstones. They're just empty. They don't really do anything. They're just there. And that's okay. That's completely fine. But that was Tiny Towns. That's it. I hope you enjoyed playing with me. If you have any questions or concerns, leave me a comment below and I'll answer them as soon as I get a chance. If you like this video and want to see more, tap the like button to show your support. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Plus hit the bell to not miss out on future videos. Until next time, stay geeky. Keep gaming. Yeah. So that's good to know. It's real good to know. It's real. Okay, the next building we have up is the farm. So the farm. You know, Bob and Karen, they make themselves some amazing eggs and some amazing pancakes. I don't know if I'm gonna use this because I don't know if I like it. Okay.